Your boat's got a hole. Oh, sorry.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Patriots 3, Life, Liberty, Pursuit of Happiness. And here's your hosts, Tim and Tanya.
Hi.
Tanya, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing really well. I'm actually off location. I'm in a different place, so we're definitely going to be doing some campfire talk, and we're going to bring in
Nice.
some people here. So along with us, we have Tom sitting right over next to me.
Hello. Hey,
And then
Tom,
we
how
have
are you?
Albert over in Texas.
Hi,
And let me
Albert.
see if I can get... And we got Care Bear over in Kentucky.
Woo! Kentucky in
And
the
then we
house.
have Mary right here. She's actually right next to the campfire outside with some other folks out there.
Nice. Hi,
So
Mary.
we're definitely going to be definitely going to be talking about everybody can see this on screen. We're over here at a wonderful facility called Warriors to Us. And we'll hear the voice of Donna because Donna doesn't want to be on camera right now, which I don't blame her. She's worked hard all day. So we'll hear the voice of Donna and hear a little bit more about Warriors to Us. So yeah, so it's a beautiful, beautiful drive along, the southern part of Missouri. Gosh, wish you all were here. Beautiful,
Isn't
beautiful
that the
area.
Mark Twain
But
Forest?
before we get started, I want to go ahead and the show's not being promoted by anybody. It's brought to you by me, and my cost has just gone up a little bit. But what everyone can do to help is just like, share, and follow. I need definitely more subscribers, and that'll actually, surprisingly, it helps subside the cost. I want to give a shout out to my friend Tally. She was on the show last week. She's does holistic care. So it's learnu.live. So people, they can see it on the screen, but it's www.learnu.live. So definitely be sure to check out what she has to offer. Amazing woman. We had her on the show last week, so definitely check it out.
She was great.
All right.
So you guys are in Missouri right now?
Yeah.
You're in Missouri?
Yeah, we're in the southeastern part.
Okay, so you guys are all there at the campfire.
Yeah, so we're actually, Tom and myself are inside right now, but we're here at this wonderful facility called Warriors to Us. And I don't know if Donna can hear us, but Donna, if you can hear us, let us know.
Send a signal, a smoke signal.
Now speak.
I'm just kidding. Could she hear
you?
Yeah,
so Donna's somewhere near where Mary is.
Okay.
And we actually had Donna on December 4th of 2025. So
yeah, I remember Donna.
Yeah,
she had all the housing and stuff for everybody, right?
Well, not for everybody. So this place is actually set up for veterans and first responders. Okay. And can we get the voice of Donna in here?
Yay!
So Donna, can you tell us a little bit about Warriors to Us? So if she can stand closer to the microphone, because the microphones are kind of here on the top, or sit down next to it.
That'd be awesome.
Warriors to Us is a veterans and first responders retreat that's free for them to come and use for up to a week at a time. We're on about 195 acres of wooded property, and we have a lodge that houses about 18 people, a private range, a sawmill, various other t-shirt print shop for doing silk screen printing, and just a peaceful place. And then we also have a tiny home community that we're building across the road. There's four homes over there now, 6 residents, and we're waiting to hear about a grant to do phase 2 of the tiny home community expansion. So
that's awesome.
That would add another 5 to 6 homes.
Wow, that's awesome.
Or lots where people could have their homes.
And that's set up to help out veterans and.
Yeah. So it basically is you bring what you want to. You bring what you want to live in, whether it's a shed to home that you build out or a camper, and you basically rent a lot for $310 a month.
Okay.
And the money goes to Warriors to Us, and that enables us to continue to make sure this is free for those that come behind them.
That's awesome. That is really awesome.
Yeah.
She's getting a lot of phone calls right now, so she's got to step outside. So, but if you definitely want to learn more about that, check out is it warriorstous.com, I believe it is. Actually, I think I have the link. I'll drop it in the chat right here. Hey, Story,
she
how you
had a
doing out
great
there?
program.
I'm seeing Story here in the chat.
Oh. Story, what's up, Story?
Where's the? I'm trying to get this in the chat and it's not working. There we are.
So it's Warriors to Us in which part of Missouri is that, Tim?
It's the south eastern part.
Southeastern part. Okay.
And so let me bring this up on screen. Yeah, definitely a beautiful area out here. I
It's nice.
highly recommend for very serene, very peaceful. But
something about the saw or something.
The
yeah, there's
sawmill.
definitely lots to do out here. For those that even like adventure, there's plenty of adventure out here, to my understanding. If you want to learn more, definitely check out I believe it's the December 4th episode, 2025.
Yeah, it was December 4th. Mm-hmm. She was great.
So, yeah, definitely.
I remember that. You guys see my targets behind me?
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Any bullseyes?
Of course. I love to practice.
Very nice, very nice.
What's on your guys'
Care Bear.
agenda then?
Care Bear, it's been a while since we've seen you. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, hanging in there.
That's good. That's really good to hear.
what's up, my brother Care Bear, man? You know what? It's always awesome, right, when you see your brothers, right? And yeah, like we may be hundreds of miles apart, but guess what? Inside our hearts, we're right here.
Oh, that's sweet. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I had a conversation with Care Bear a little over a month ago, and it was practically hard to get off the phone. It's like, hey, brother, I got to get off the phone. I got to go to work. I'm like, yeah, okay. Then we like 2-3 times later, finally we got off the
finally
phone.
get off the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Care Bear's a good guy. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So how are things going over there in Kentucky?
They're going good, I guess. I'm waiting on the first part of July, so I can
Right.
tell the feds to kiss my rear end.
No. I thought it was you're going to get the NBA contract for the next championship. You
Yeah,
more like it, right? You know what I mean?
yeah,
I like that. I like that.
yeah. So
Isn't Drone from Kentucky too?
yeah,
Is Drone? Okay, yeah. Drone was a fun time. I gotta say, it was very good.
Yeah, you don't need Drone anywhere in the mist. No.
For room clearing, he was pretty on point, and then his singing later on got even better.
Oh,
Yeah, he was pretty fun.
Hey, Cindy. Cindy's joining in tonight. Good to see you, Cindy.
Oh,
So also on, we have otherwise known as Constitutional Mary. So Mary, tell us a little bit about your show that you have on Rumble.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I do a couple of them. I do Kansas Constitutional Citizens Militia, and then I also do Grandma Mickey's Corner. We are the People's Book Club. And
Oh,
so
awesome.
on Kansas Constitutional Citizens Militia, I talk about Kansas and anything that has to do with Constitution, Republic, rights, anything like that. Grandma Mickey's Corner, I read books about history, and then I'm also reading from the Bible as well on there.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
I'll see if I can get that link put into the chat and put in the show
Yeah.
description for later. If I don't get
That'd
it
be
in
great.
tonight's show in the chat, then I'll definitely get it into the description. I know I subscribe to both of your channels on Rumble.
Thank
So yeah, definitely, ladies and gentlemen, check that out.
So if we find you on Rumble, Tim, we can find Mary on Rumble, right?
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
you
so
definitely
find her like
find
that.
me at Tim Holliday TV. That's TimHolliday TV. I said that too fast. I'll say it again.
No, you're good. And then we can find Mary on there.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome.
Well, looks like we lost Care Bear. I wonder if he's going to be
Uh-oh.
back or not. He might have got a phone call or something.
Uh-oh.
That's all
Albert's
right.
in Texas, waiting on
Yeah.
his mechanic.
Hold on. Let me get it. Hello, Care Bear.
Come in.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that was me, ladies and gentlemen. That was me. Yeah, he had to get off the presidential call from me.
We're having way too much fun today, guys.
Hey,
Way
Albert,
too
there we
much.
go. Sorry about
Hello.
that. That's my fault.
That's all right.
That's all right. We got you.
I had you, bro.
No, we
I had
figured you
to-
got a phone call or a text or something.
Yeah, Trump calls him all the time. He
Yeah.
brags about it. He calls me, yeah, Dan Scavino said, hey, Care Bear, guess what? 1776, the million. Don't worry about it. Man, quit bragging, Care Bear.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I'd like to be I'd like to be part of the 250 he pardons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
10-4. Hey, it's coming up.
Right.
Hey, it will happen, Hey, you know what? I still remember, and I can never forget that day when I was at the pier with the group, right? And Care Bear calls me, hey, Albert, have you seen, did you check this out? And I'm like, what? Next thing you know, our brother, Dad Wilson, right? Pardon, like what? And that night, Tim, my brother, you went on air. You were like, hey, guess what? There we are. And I had like 30, 40 people, with a group. We're
Yeah.
fishing, this and that, whatever. And this whole thing went down. And LW was free. Man, I want to thank Mr. Tim Holliday. He put that all together, and it was very, very awesome. I still remember that.
Well, you could ask Care Bear. I was actually feeling like heck. I just got done doing a ton of yard work, a quarter of an acre of lawn that I had to take care of in my wheelchair. I messaged Care Bear and I said, hey, brother, let's cancel for tonight because we're just going to do an update. And the next thing you know, all this chatter is coming about, hey, Care Bear's
I was on the
LW's getting
phone.
out. LW's getting out. And I'm like, well, shoot, let's get something set up. And we got something set up right quick. And I threw together a graphic really quick and we made it happen. And that was really wonderful to see that LW was out just in time for the holidays.
That's awesome.
And so that was on November 14th.
Yes, Friday, November 14th. Yes, indeed. I remember
How
that.
do I know? Because I have it right here on screen.
Yes.
Show off.
I'm going to tell you, such an emotional event. Like everyone played a part. I was making pictures, posting away, posting. Tim on the vid in the Rumble saying, Care Bear doing that. I mean, everybody, Mary Constitutional was doing this. I mean, you guys, everyone here played a part, and that's how it's supposed to be. When they ask about who we are, right? Everyone played a part. It's like the Alamo. Remember the Alamo, right? You had your teachers, you had the people that cooked, you had the people that sewed, you had the people that actually, were in that, right? Everyone serves a part in our freedoms. Never forget that, hey, we'll only do this. Well, good. Do that at your fullest. And that's how we accomplish everything. 10-4?
Yep. Roger that. So, wonderful news that something that's happened recently is Tina Peters is out. And that just came in on the chat as well. So thank you for Cindy for reminding us of this wonderful event that happened over in Colorado. And our brother White Wolf was down there. And I saw his interview, and that was a pretty good interview. Jen Baker was down there, and some other J6ers. So definitely a wonderful event that happened just recently.
That is awesome.
And I think with the Tina Peters thing, a lot more is going to be coming down the pipe with the 2020 election thing or whatever. I mean, we're just seeing it at what is being let known, but in the end game, like when they say the movie, you're gonna like the way this ends. Wait, man, we're gonna be alive to see all this, right? Awesome.
Well, God willing, we're going to be here, right? Jeez.
Well, Care Bear could say that he's a protector of everybody. Care Bear, as big as he has, 7'8". How old are you, Care? I mean, how big? What's Care Bear?
Yeah.
I ain't but 6'3".
No. Look. You see this ring right here? This ring. So I asked Care Bear, What size ring he says? He goes like a 17 something. I called the provider that sells these rings. They didn't make a ring that size. Goodness
No, I don't
gracious.
think
He
they
was like,
do.
wow.
I can't help you. I meant for the podcast.
It'll be some custom stuff right there, Care Bear.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it. He's got it.
More for me for the podcast.
A
I still
size
don't-
21 ring? Are you kidding me?
Unless you want to join in and say something
What
more.
size shoe do you wear, Care Bear?
Me, I only wear a 13. My son
No,
now.
bullshit. No, you told me you were a size 28 foot.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
My son, who just turned 15 2 weeks ago, he's 6'5", and he wears a size 16.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah,
Is he
that's
playing basketball or football?
no.
No sport?
Isn't it?
Oh man, I think he'd be playing sports.
I used to be that way when I was younger.
Hey, I'm hearing some combo. Is that
Yeah, Tim, who you talking to? Turn your mic off.
he's
Tim's
social.
Uber eating. I think he's doing the Uber Eats, maybe.
He had to order some food real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too funny, you
All right,
guys.
we're being
Tim's
too
got
loud
some
over there.
side deals.
Shush.
Well, tell her we love her.
Yeah, tell her we love her. Give her a kiss.
We'll talk if we want to.
I don't know who we're talking to. I have no clue who we're talking to. But the Warriors to us is a great program, right? Because so many veterans come back and they're just like, they don't get any kind of assistance. They don't get
I
any
think
kind of
so.
help. It's hard to transition.
I think it's awesome.
It's a good program. Very good
I
program.
think so. I think it's
I
awesome.
do- I think it's very beneficial.
It's awesome.
We were outside a little bit ago and talking with Donna, and she says it's all about the people that show up here.
Yeah, it is. I'm sure.
Yeah, people all the time, they want to interview me and stuff like that, but it's like it's totally different when you're talking to a veteran or a first responder who has been
Yeah.
here and realized what it can do for them versus, like I built it. I'm not a first responder, I'm not a veteran, but I listened to them and built what they said they needed or wanted. A
That's
lot
a
more
very
of
good
what I believe they needed. And
Right.
so
Right.
when they come here, they're like, wow, this is great. And I never would have thought of this, but this is
Yeah.
really good. So
Beautiful.
Hmm?
It's a very beautiful thing.
Richard, maybe? I think he would. I don't
I'll be right
Harold
back.
will, but Richard,
Mary,
Albert's mechanic is there right now, you guys.
Mary's still
Keeps
there?
running back.
Yeah, he's still there.
Mary, can you hear us?
Mary?
she's got to get it off mute.
She's got her mic
Oh,
muted.
she's on mute.
There she goes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Now she's got you.
Mary, is Richard right there?
She's
Her
like,
mic
All right,
muted.
folks, go ahead and carry on the podcast here. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okie doke. All right, Care Bear, what's your story
Oh.
then? Tell me your story.
What story's that?
Is it the J6 story? I'm not sure what story I'm
Do
supposed to
what?
be asking. Is it the J6 story or is it something else?
No.
No.
I was arrested, but I did do some time. The feds come in and got me, but they come in and got me through some J6 warrants. I didn't go to the Capitol. I wasn't at the Capitol on the
Are
J6,
you
but
kidding me? You weren't even there?
no, but through them warrants. See, I'm a felon, and they found a picture of me holding a gun. They never seen me holding a gun or nothing. They just
It could have
come
been
across the
AI. It could have
Yeah.
been AI for Christ's sake.
Well, that was, I thought about that, but there was a rat that was the militia group that I was in.
Ooh,
The
okay.
guy that was supposed to be our CO, our commanding officer,
Right,
they
right.
hit him the same day they hit Dan Wilson. The same day they arrested Dan.
Yeah.
They were arresting Mike Cole in another county, obviously, but he
Right.
was actually mine and Dan's CO, the militia group we were in. But
Okay.
he gave out, I think, Drone counted them up. So I have an hour and a half audio of this guy talking with the feds.
Oh
He
my-
gave out 26 names,
oh
and
my gosh, why?
some the feds didn't even ask about. Like there was this
Oh,
woman that was part of our group, and
Mhm.
she just had the hots for him or whatever, and he's just no meth head apparently. But
They
he was
hit
like,
her up too.
he's like, I got an anarchist cookbook sitting over on my stoop. It's not mine. She brought it to me. I didn't ask for it. She just brought it to me. I'm like, they didn't ask. Why are you giving information?
Yeah.
So
And you know
Thank-
why give up anybody else? I would
Yeah.
say
All
I'm
right.
the only member. I'm the only member.
Well, they asked about me. I think they asked somebody else is actually a relative. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure, but they were in a chat, a Telegram chat. Apparently, they were embedded in our chat,
Yeah.
and so they seen a lot of stuff. But anyways, this picture they got never got put on the chat. They got it from his phone, Mike
Really?
Cole's phone.
Oh my
And
God.
when they arrested him, and they asked him about me, and they's like, "What about Care Bear? You know,
You
does
weren't
he go?
even
Oh yeah,
there.
he's got this and he's got that." And I'm like,
That's wrong.
dude,
Wrong.
and they when they arrested me, they arrested Dan and Mike June 6th,
Okay.
I think it was, or
So
June
about 3
4th
months after. Yeah.
of 21, I think it was. But and they come trying to think 22, because they arrested me in January or December of that
Okay.
same year. And
Crazy.
anyways, I got his information and whatnot, and they're like, "Here, we got this picture, and it come from him." And I'm like,
That's
"So yeah,
messed up.
yeah." So they arrested. That's what they got me. They arrested me on a picture. Is all they arrested me on.
So they had. Are you kidding me? That's our Constitution, people. Right?
But
That is ridiculous.
that's the only thing they could get me on.
Mhm.
But it wasn't. They was just happy to get me because the word militia is tied to my name.
Oh,
And even when I went to court on the
Yeah.
day of sentencing, because they asked me when they arrested me, they're like, "What about so and so? Does this person?" I'm like, "I don't know. You arrested me." That's exactly what I told them. I said, "You arrested me. If you want to know about this guy or that guy or this person, go ask
Right.
them, because I'm not them. I don't know. Well, what does this guy have this gun?" I'm like, "I have no idea.
You're
I
like,
don't pay attention to what nobody's got. Like,
yeah, right.
go ask them."
Right.
So
So that's crazy. You
Yeah.
weren't even there.
And then, but like I said, it wasn't so much the gun, because the word militia. I'm gonna finish my story,
Oh,
and you'll
yeah.
hear why.
Yeah.
The militia part is what they were wanting, because Biden was in office, and anybody
Oh, yeah.
anybody with the word militia tied to them is a domestic
Something going on
terrorist.
with my phone and my
Is all
phone.
this ignorant crap that we're not.
Right.
So I'm like, look, I got a wife and got 5
Right.
kids.
Right.
So
You're like,
I'm gonna do what I got to do to do the best for my family. So I copped out, but I'm like, it's unconstitutional. They
It is.
arrested me for
completely.
the Second Amendment says a well-regulated militia being necessary to a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Correct. Yeah,
There's
correct.
no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And I was
Right.
gonna fight that, but I was like, you know what? If I can go in here and do a year and a half, I'll be done. Hopefully my family will be taken care of, and I
Yeah.
just get in and get out and move on with my life, because I wasn't going to drag them through the trial. And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
if they find me guilty at trial, then they could hit me with like 5 years. In the feds, you got to do 85%. There's no probation, no parole. You don't get parole. So I'm
Right.
like, I'm just gonna whatever, plead out, get it done and over
And
with.
just, even though you weren't even there, that's so messed up, you guys. I can't
But
even believe that.
yeah, so they arrested. I mean, it all ended up through J6 warrants. They was going in with J6 warrants, talking to other people, and then they come, and that's how they come upon me. But then on the day of sentencing, the judge is talking, like, let's hear your side of the story. Let's hear what you got something to say. My lawyer talked, and anytime I said something or my lawyer said something, the prosecution is like, and it's in my PSR, my pre-sentence report.
Right.
And I think it's the last page or the second to last page, but it says that he is in a militia and was organizing firearms training. The prosecution brought that up to the judge, said, Your Honor, anytime I said something, I'm like, Your Honor, I got a wife, 5 kids. My wife has health issues. I'm a sole provider.
Yeah.
The prosecutor's like, Your Honor, but he's in a militia. He's organizing firearms training. My lawyer said something. The prosecutor spoke, Your Honor, he's in a militia. He organized firearms training.
So that's it.
He said that at least 4 times to the judge. And the judge did say, are you trying to charge him with anything else? Oh, no. He wasn't at the Capitol on J6 or nothing like that. I just wanted to let you know that he's in a militia. And he's organizing firearms training, and he's a felon. The judge did say, huh?
What did they charge you with, Care Bear?
Possession of firearm by a felon. Because I was already a felon.
From a
Huh?
Oh,
no. He wasn't at the Capitol on J6 or nothing like that. I just wanted to let you know that he's in a militia.
I got y'all live on my TV in the garage.
Oh, I was going to say.
Yeah, because we're repeating it.
I'm
Hey,
aware.
Albert, you got to turn on the volume on your TV, brother.
Possession of firearm by a felon.
So possession of a firearm is what they got you with, Care Bear?
Possession of firearm by a felon.
By a felon. But that was based on a picture?
Yeah.
From a picture. That could have been AI. That could have been somebody else.
Airsoft.
It could have been anything, right?
Yeah.
But this whole magistrate and this whole different kind of judicial system, what was that like?
What's that? What do you mean?
It wasn't like a normal court, right? Wasn't it like a,
It was
a
feds.
mag-
No, the feds come in and got me.
yeah,
was
so
federal.
that's completely
Wow.
different, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the feds come in and got me. But like I said, they come in and got me because, like I said, it was tied through J6. Everything originated through J6 warrants. And
Yeah, it's crazy.
so, and then, like I said, they done that. They got involved in one of our chats. They had a plant in one of our chats on Telegram, and they was feeding all that information, just the BS talk and everything, sending it back to the feds, and
So they had
they,
a narc. They had a narc guy or
informant,
whatever? Yeah, informant. That's it.
that nobody ever met. But I found all this. If I was as good as Tim, I could pull it up on my computer right now and send it over and share it with you. But
Nobody's as good as Tim. My
Yeah.
God.
but when I asked, the arresting officer when
Yeah.
they come to my job. See, that's the thing. I work for myself, and I could be working at your place today. I could be at Albert's tomorrow. I could be
Right.
anywhere because I work for myself.
Whoa. You can come here tomorrow? Okay, I got you, bro. This
Yeah.
is what I need.
I got a list. I got a
Yeah.
list.
But so somebody had to rat me out and tell the feds where I was working at because, like I said, I'm
They
self-employed.
would have never known. They would
And
have
so
never-
somebody told them where I was working. So anyways, moved past that. They arrested me. They went to my house, seen I wasn't there. Then they figured out I was working. So they come and to where I was at. And after we go to their office or whatever, and they leave and they're like, yeah, we're going to take you to jail. We can't get you into court today. I'm like, whatever. And I asked the cop, I said, or the fed, I'm like, so why did you have to bring in so many people for one person? I said, I was working. I'm like,
How
just
many
me.
people did they bring?
To the job site, I think it was like 12 or 13.
To
Well,
the
my
house?
house.
Okay, bro, you're like 600 pounds, 8'12".
He's a big guy.
That's
no
12'8".
lie.
They
Well, yeah,
that-
something like that.
now my wife
And he
said
has
when
a
they
BB gun.
yeah. Now my wife said when they come to the house, because they come to my house first.
Oh my God.
She said they brought we still live out in the country. We lived out in the middle of nowhere. There's no neighbors, there ain't nothing around there but farms.
Oh wow.
Armored trucks, cars, everything, roadblocked. They rolled in deep. My wife was cleaning the house. It was 9 o'clock in the morning. They hit her with the bullhorn and hollering for me to come out. And she's like, what the hell? And
Yeah.
she's like, he's not here. He's working.
Right.
And
right.
so some of them, I think, like I said, she said there was like 20 something that showed up to my house.
Wow.
To her, it
Full
probably
kit
seemed like 100, right? Because I mean,
over a
it's-
picture.
Yeah.
And then,
Wow.
but I asked the arresting officer, I said, so I didn't at the time, I didn't know how many was at my house. I did know that I did figure out that they were at my house. But I didn't know how many had showed up. So I'm like, why did you have to bring so many to come? He said, I seen what you put in those chats. I'm like, do what? On the
Wow.
Telegram chats. He said, I've seen what you put in there. I'm like, what? I said, I said, I never like, I said, I believe in the Constitution. I looked at him. I said,
Yeah.
you took an oath to uphold the Constitution. I said, what does it say? He's like, oh. I said, it is our duty by the Constitution
Yes.
to get rid of the tyrants. Heck, his eyes got that big around. He just
Right.
looked at me. He's like, yeah, this guy's not stupid. You know, he just thought I was just some dumb hillbilly, and I'm not. You know, I do kind of know some things. I don't know a lot,
Right.
but I know
Yeah.
enough. And he's just looked at me like, oh shit. You know, he's calling me a tyrant. And I was like, I didn't say what we're supposed to do with tyrants or what we can do,
Right.
but that's what happened. So they come in that deep because
Yeah.
they read Telegram chat. And I'm like, all we talked about was constitutional stuff. We didn't say, hey, look, because this person is this color or the cops are cops or no, we talked constitutionally. We had anything we talked about was constitutionally backed.
Right.
The
Right.
feds are scared of the Constitution and the people that know the Constitution.
Correct. They really
So,
are.
but that's
They really are.
the
Mhm.
gun part. It wasn't so much the gun part, but they just like, oh, we can get him. You know, he's a
Yeah,
militia
they put him up.
member. We have a
Mhm.
way to arrest him. Let's do it.
Let's do
Because the whole big thing was the militia. Because my lawyer told me I had a public pretender, and
Yeah.
he's like, don't go talk to these people. I'm like, why? He said, you just don't need to hang out with them. I'm like, tell me why. He wouldn't even tell me this guy ratted on me.
Wow.
I'm like,
So do you know who the rat was now? Do you know who the
yeah,
guy
he was the CO of my group, my commanding officer of the militia group that I was in.
Oh, he wasn't the one that was the informant guy, but he's the
No,
one.
no,
that-
no, no,
that-
no. No, the one that was in the
Bigger than-
chats, I have no.
Yeah, okay.
He went by the call sign of Bud Lightyear.
Bud Lightyear.
Yeah.
Bud Lightyear calls.
So that was his call sign. That was his call sign on Telegram.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so when you bring people
Bud
in, you don't
Lightyear.
know, you know?
Hey,
Bud,
Care
not
Bear.
Buzz. Bud.
Care-
BUD,
Care
like
Bear,
Bud
we-
Light.
Yeah,
Huh?
Care Bear, we have never heard of this individual ever. Whatever, what we do and what the separate pages, whatever. Never ever heard that, right?
Yeah.
Never heard that name before. Hey, real quick, I look kind of official with my leather chair in the background.
I love it. I love all that. You look hot, Albert. I love that you are rocking all that. Look at that. Boom. I love that. All I got is a dark.
Care Bear built all this.
He
made
did?
Yeah.
Nice. Bear, nice.
Yeah.
So it looks like we have Mary back, and we also have another guest by the name of Richard. Richard, how you doing?
I'm doing just good. I'm doing fine.
Excellent, excellent.
Good. Awesome. Awesome. I love that. Damn. So Care Bear, how much time did you have to do?
Well, they ended up giving my guidelines were, and get this, because my felony was so old,
Right.
I didn't get extra time because of that. My lawyer's like, oh, your felony's so old, they're not going to use it against you. I'm like, then why am I here?
Right.
Well,
in
it's
the
because
first
you
place.
have a felony.
Yeah.
I'm like, it was 20 years ago when I got a felony, but just because
Right.
he's like, so anyways, my guidelines were 13 to 36 months or something like that.
Oh,
And
shit.
the judge gave me 18. So,
Oh,
and then
Jesus.
I was eligible for FSA, First Step Act. So I ended up doing, I went in July 24th of 23, and I walked out, which I got screwed over inside there because my case manager was a piece of trash, and
Okay.
he didn't give me the halfway house that I was supposed to get and all my good time, blah, blah, blah. So I only ended up with a month of halfway house. So I walked out of there on my birthday of 24, June 26th, but I had to go to the halfway house for a month until my good time kicked in. So I ended up only going to halfway house for a week.
Oh,
And-
shit. You could have been there for like a whole month or something, right?
Yeah.
At
But
least.
here's the even bigger kicker in the balls.
Okay.
I was
Kicking the
arrested on an unconstitutional charge,
ball. Right.
and my serve out date. Because see, when you're in the feds, and if you get halfway house, you're even though you're not in prison, you're still technically considered incarcerated because they sent you to halfway house. That's part of your it's early release thing or whatever the hell they call it. I can't remember, but so you
But
go
you're
to
still
halfway house.
confined. You still have to
Huh?
stay at the halfway house. You still have to
Yeah.
stay at the halfway house, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't just
So
like come and go.
my serve out date was July 4th.
Oh shit! Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So I got out July 3rd because, the federal government shut down on July 4th. So,
Right.
but I was arrested on an unconstitutional charge.
And
And
you released on July 4th.
yeah. So, and I've been on probation now for July 4th of this year will be 2 years. And that's when I get off federal probation. So July 3rd, I will be off of federal probation.
Oh, praise the Lord. And then we're going to get your record expunged, Care Bear.
I'm not,
They can't do this no more.
well, I'm not too concerned about my record. I will just leave it at that.
Yeah. Well, if anything, you know what? We need to write a book. I'm telling you, because this is some ridiculous shit.
Yeah.
How
Oh,
can
it's
you be arrested like that. That's ridiculous.
It's total.
Well,
Albert,
you know what? And I noticed like some of the articles, right? So this is going to affect a lot of people, not just the ones involved, directly, but yet all of us who every single day push for the release, push for this to stop.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, where you reached out to, X, Telegram, Face, whatever, post. No matter who was involved, but anyone that was wrongfully accused, right? It didn't matter.
everybody.
We kept going, and it affects you on a daily basis because you walk life, and as who we represent, it's we the people, right?
Yeah.
And we the people need to be free all the time. It affects everybody.
Yeah, we the people are not free, obviously, because you can have a picture and get arrested from that shit, which is ridiculous. Complete bullshit, right? I mean, somebody just wanted to arrest a bunch of people, apparently. It's just like on January 6th. I remember when they moved those barricades, you guys. Do you remember when I was watching it live and they moved those barricades to let people in all of a sudden? And I remember thinking, like, wow, that looks like such a setup right now. Like, I'd be scared to go in. And I saw a few people that felt the same way. They went in and then they went right back out because they thought the same shit. But it didn't matter who you were or where you were at. If they could put you in that area, they arrested you. Didn't matter. You could have been anybody and they would just arrest you. So I don't know. I mean, it's pretty shady stuff if you ask me. So much for our Constitution, right? They just lock you up or kill you.
Well, this is why we still exist, right? And we shall never forget what our founding forefathers meant for us, right? Under God, give them that righteous power, and we still have this power, right?
That's true.
We are the ones who control what happens, right, to us in this country, right? It's we the people, right? It's not we the government over the people. Now, everyone's going to say, oh, yeah, you see these far right extremists. We're not extremists. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what religion. It doesn't matter what religion, what color you are, what have you. If they love the United States of America, this country, what our founding forefathers did for us.
You're telling me that we're not a bunch of white supremacists?
Goodness,
I'm in the wrong place.
Oh no, good Lord. I'm
Nobody's
not
riding any
say
horses.
Don't incriminate us. My goodness gracious. The Hitler sign. Are you out of your mind? It's crazy.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
I tell people like in my hard hat, right? Well, it's at work, but my shirts, I represent and I have the symbol. Every day I have the hat. Every day what matches my shirt. And they asked me. I said, hey, you know what? What we are. I tell them, American Revolution, what have you. Oh wow. Oh, so anybody can join. You know what? As long as you love this country, you can join up to save this country. That's what we are.
Right. I love this country. That's why I try to know every single one of my neighbors, you guys, every neighbor in town. I know them all. Old, young, doesn't matter who they are. When it snows, I shovel their driveways. When it's hot, let's see. Well, I don't have to do anything when it's hot usually.
All right, here. I'm going to be nice and share some information with people.
Okay.
Is that backwards for you all?
No, I think it looks legit.
Here,
Let me see
I got
here.
you, bro. Hold on.
Yeah, that's a
Wait.
little hard to read there, brother.
Everybody has to get glasses. I love
Right?
that. I love that. Yeah, it is a little hard to read, but
Is
it
there a
might-
way you can send me that link there?
Oh, it's on my. It's on a PD. It's on a thumb drive.
Oh, yeah, that'll be a little tricky to get. Well,
What
there's
is it
still a way to get
exactly?
it over.
Yeah,
What
Oh.
is that, Care Bear? The
that is.
paperwork?
I just. I ain't big on. Obviously, I couldn't get on here on my computer, but I can pull up this information. This.
That'd be the Declaration of Independence for Care Bear. Okay, got it.
Well, it is backwards. So.
Ow.
Federal
Yeah, it is.
Bureau of Investigation.
So the FBI.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are those the same FBI agents that found that gun from Tyler Robinson that was missing and then it came up
Whoa.
and then it was missing again? Just kidding. Just kidding. So what does the paperwork say?
Oh,
can't-
this it was let me see where you want to. I mean, it's like I got pages upon pages upon pages of this because see where he was. They come in and question him. They was going to arrest him for possession of a 922G is what the feds call it. Same thing. Dan Wilson.
Care Bear, can we skip the part about when you cut the mattress tags off?
Yeah.
And the okay.
And it says don't do it. It's a federal offense.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
good. Continue, my brother. Sorry to interrupt.
But they come in to get coal for a 922G, which is what they got me on, and that's what Dan Wilson went back to prison on was a 922G, and that's what he got his second pardon on. But anyways, they were going to arrest him for 922G, which is in Fed terms, it is possession of a firearm by a prohibited person. So if you are on drugs or drinking and you have a firearm on you, you're going to get hit with a felony. So even if you don't have no felony charges, you can with the feds, you can still get hit with a. So anyways, he had meth and all. He had some cocaine and a couple marijuana plants, and they were going to hit him with that same charge they arrested me on, but he talked to them, so they did not even arrest him that day.
Shut up.
The county arrested him just for a marijuana plant, not even the
Are
meth.
you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
He gave up 20-something people?
Yeah.
20-something people. I wouldn't give up anybody.
Tim's got the audio.
Yeah.
Tim has the audio?
Yeah, I sent it to him. It's an hour and a half long.
Hey, Bear, say it again. They gave up someone for a marijuana plant?
Do what?
You say that this person gave up someone for a marijuana plant? I don't understand. Say it again.
Mike Cole, the one that give the feds the information, he was going to get hit with the possession of firearm, by a prohibited person, and they dropped that charge because he talked. So they were there, so they had to charge him with something, but they charged him with cultivating marijuana. He had a couple marijuana plants, but he had some meth and he had cocaine. So they hit him with the drug charges. He went to jail for a night, and then he got a diversion.
Oh, shut up.
Yes.
And everybody else goes in forever.
Yes.
Literally. That's ridiculous. We should
And
write
he had a guy, the feds had come in and talked to another guy that was in our group. And when after the feds come in and talk, just question him. That's all they did. They didn't arrest him, wasn't gonna arrest him. He had some bump stocks and he brought it to this guy's house and put it in his garage. And the feds are like, well, what are these? He's like, all that belongs to so-and-so.
Oh my God.
Like what? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I'll come in and talk to him. And he got scared and he brought it over here. He said, I didn't even know it was in there. Like,
unbelievable.
So he's like, yeah, it belongs to so-and-so. So they're like, it belongs to so-and-so. And he's like, yeah. He's like, they're not mine. He said, no, I don't have them. I didn't have nothing like that. I'm
this
like,
shit is so unreal, isn't it? So unreal. To me,
if you want to get pissed off, have Tim send you that audio.
Right.
Oh, I'm already pissed off. I'm already pissed off. Like,
But after
this is our taxpayer dollars hard at work, man. Arrest a guy from a picture from God knows how long ago, or if it even really is a gun or whatever, who cares? Is
Here's
he's
let's see, Federal Bureau of Investigation, title opening EC from Louisville, approved by whoever, drafted by John Downing, Zachary Downing, which Zach Downing is the Fed, the arresting FBI agent. Zach Downing from Louisville. He's out of Louisville, Kentucky.
unreal.
Enclosed are the following items. One, Brainerd's Kentucky driver's license. Detail on June 3rd, 2022, Special Agent SA Zach Downing served a search warrant and conducted an interview of James Michael Cole in reference to case 266T-LS-3372781, which revealed
Yeah.
evidence that Daniel Brainerd, that's me,
Uh-huh.
was in possession of a firearm as a convicted felon. After returning to the Lexington RA, I don't know what that means, their office, I guess, but S.A. Downing opened the photos application of Cole's cellular phone to search for evidence of Cole involving violations of 18 USC 371, conspiracy to violate provisions of the National Firearms Act, and 26 USC 5861 B, C, D, I, NFA violations, National Firearms Act, including firearm research, purchase, maintenance, and use. Upon first glance, S.A. Downing observed multiple photographs, videos involving firearms within the first set of photographs. S.A. Downing observed a photograph of Brainerd, which is me, a known associate of Cole's carrying an AR-15 style rifle. S.A. Downing compared the photo located on Cole's cellular phone to Brainerd's Kentucky driver's license photograph, and it was a positive match. Brainerd is also wearing a hat in the photo. Yeah, in the photo of Cole's cell phone, it changed papers. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, but I'm just saying how stupid. This is so stupid, right, Care Bear?
So,
Keep going on.
photograph on Cole's cellular phone that reads Brainerd Welding. I mean, I don't know if you can see it, but my hat. I work for myself, and that's what I do. So,
welding. Everybody hire him. Yes.
So
you need it welded, we can do it.
But during the provision mentioned interview with Cole, S.A. Downing questioned Cole about Brainerd and his possession of firearms. When asked if Brainerd owns any firearms, Cole confirmed Brainerd owns an AR style rifle that he believes is a Smith & Wesson M&P. When or if Brainerd interviewed, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
If Brainerd interview. Okay. Cole mentioned Brainerd has attended training in campouts where Brainerd has participated in firearms training. Cole has observed Brainerd shoot firearms and described him as not a very good shot. We all give each other hard times about that. But anyways, on June 6, 2022, TFO David Chumley collected a judgment and sentence of plea of guilty. There's just talking about where there's documented Bourbon County Circuit Court confirming Brainerd's felony convictions in 2004. I was convicted in 2004 of a felony. I run from the cops in a vehicle and I got away and they did not like it. And they caught me and they tried to beat my ass. And anyway,
I'm sure they beat your ass. Yeah. I'm sure of that. Mm-hmm.
So,
in LA, you would be dead probably. Jeez.
But Brainerd's felony conviction in 2004 for the following two charges with the penalty of 30 months imprisonment at a state facility: fleeing or evading and wanton endangerment. I run from the cops in a vehicle, so I got obviously wanton endangerment. So, but that's just one page. That's just one of many. And like I said, I could go on because.
And your wife's side of the story has got to be very interesting too, because that's showing a different side of it. When she's like, "What the hell are you guys doing here? You coming? 20-something people are showing up because my husband's in a picture with a gun." Like,
yeah, well, yeah, we knew that eventually they was going to come because some of the people that other people had gotten talked to, they let me know, say, hey, look, they asked about you. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, what they want to know? Give me their number and I'll call them.
Right.
I tried calling them. Guess what? If you want to call the feds and like talk, like be like, hey, what's up? Why are you asking about me? They will not return your phone call.
Wow.
Just so you know.
That is wild.
I don't care. I'm not stupid. I knew why. Hey, did we just lose everybody?
Yeah, we lost Albert.
Albert,
But
no.
look, I knew why the feds were asking about me. I'm not stupid. So,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm like, whatever. So I kind of knew that eventually the feds would probably pop up, but
Yeah.
things had died down. Like I said, they arrested Cole and Dan Wilson the same day.
Okay.
The same day. So that was in June. So I'm like, things have died down. We'd had some conversations. We thought some people had but we're like, yeah, everything's calmed down, but we still like,
this is so bad.
yeah. So
This is so bad.
Wow.
It's
so
just
then,
such a
yeah,
waste.
like I said, I went to work. My wife was up. Like I said, it was 9:30 or something, and they come rolling up to the house, and the lady's like, she's cleaning the house with her sister. Come over. She said the front door was open, the windows are open. Even though it's December, it was unusually warm that day for Kentucky.
Right.
So,
All the kids.
airing the house out, cleaning it or whatever, and then she hears the feds, and like she's like, she did it. It did scare her.
Oh, I would have scared the hell out of me. I'm telling you. I would have been
Oh,
like,
yeah, I'd
what the
imagine
hell's
so.
going on for? Yeah, what did he do? Weld something wrong? Did the weld break?
Me and her, we've been together for 26 and a half years. So she
Yeah.
was with me when the cops finally arrested me for running from them.
Okay.
They come to my
They
house and
tapped
she
it.
was there. So
Yeah.
we've been through a lot. So
Yeah.
but
Wow.
it still messes with her. And like, yeah, I was telling somebody the other day, or no, back in the winter, I was running my skid loader. We had some like 8 inches of snow here and some ice, and I was plowing a lot, and I seen 2 white vans pull in. I'm like,
Scared.
I'm
Me
like,
too.
I'm good. I ain't doing nothing. I'm like, I am
Yeah.
like, I'm on federal probation, and I ain't violated my probation. So I'm like, I know the feds ain't after me, but still, I see
Got
these
you
2 white
scared, right?
vans.
Yeah.
The whole time I was trying to clear this parking lot, I kept my eye on them vans. I'm like,
And you're thinking, are they trying to jam me up before I'm off probation, right?
yeah,
Is that
exactly. That's exactly what I thought. So I mean, you want to talk about PTSD? I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. You see a cop car, you're like, shit. You're like running.
I told the judge, my wife, a few years back, like 7, 8 years ago, she started having this issue, probably longer than that, but it was longer than that. It's like 12 years ago. She just started passing out for no reason.
Oh, wow.
And like, just be sitting here talking to me and you just like this, nothing come on, like just
Yeah.
out,
Just
like
wow.
fall in the ground, like, oh,
Wow.
scary.
Very
So
scary.
we got doctor's notes and everything. When so I'm like, I'm like, okay, I'll plead out. Give me probation so I can stay home.
Right. Right.
You know what the
And
judge said?
What?
He's like, your wife's health is not bad enough because you go to work every day. I'm like, I didn't
Okay.
say it because I'm like, I'm just going to put my foot in my mouth and they're not going to care. But I'm like, she is one of the reasons I ended up going back to work for myself when I did,
Right.
because I was working for a guy farming, and my wife was doing this. I'd check cattle and whatnot, and I'd go home and check on my wife and our 3 babies that were in diapers. He
Right.
got mad one day, and he's like, why ain't you doing this? I'm like, my wife's sick. Yeah, but
Yeah.
when it comes to my family, there's no buts. I
Yeah.
quit
You can't
working.
have a butt. Yeah.
Yeah, I quit working for that guy that day when he
Yeah.
got me. I'm like, dude, piss on you. My wife and my kids come before you, this job, your cows, anything. So I quit.
Your cows, your horses, I don't care.
And so I quit. And then if I got to stay home, I can do that. And I ain't got to worry about nothing because I work for myself. I've been on
Right.
jobs. She had all 5 of our kids in the truck. She had a Suburban. She still got a Suburban, but the Suburban she was in, we went to my dad's. And I was like, I drove my work truck because I had to go do a job. So I left
Right.
my dad's house early. My oldest daughter God rest her soul, called me. And I just so happened I had reception on this farm I was doing work on, and generally don't. She's like, Dad, Mom passed out. I'm like, where are you at? She's like, we're in front of the ballpark. I'm like, okay, pull out. I'm like, are you okay? She's like, yeah, we about hit the fence.
Oh my gosh.
She was
really?
driving down the road with our 5 kids in there, and our oldest one was in the front seat, and my wife passed out, veered off the road. My daughter, her foot come off the gas pedal, and my daughter was old enough and smart enough to grab the wheel and keep her from hitting the
Oh, thank
fence.
God. Thank God.
But I'm like,
Thank
that's why I work for myself. I just threw all my tools in my truck, and I drove as fast as I could to the spot they were at.
Yeah.
You're like, I quit,
But-
buddy. I'm out.
But because I work every day, there's no leniency on me.
Yeah.
I didn't get no I go to work every day. I try to take care of my kids. I've not been in no trouble, no speeding tickets. I got out in
right?
2000
No
and
reason.
I got out in 2006. I served out all my time.
Yeah.
Didn't do no parole because they hated me. They hated me then.
You ran from the cops, man, I'm sure.
Yeah.
They didn't
But
like you
so
very
I
much.
served out all my time. So from 2006 to the day the feds arrested me in 2022, I hadn't been in no trouble. Like not even a speeding ticket, not a
Right.
tail light, nothing.
Totally off the radar, right? You're off
Yes.
the radar. Not
Guess
expecting
what?
this.
I was doing what any American should be doing. If you're a man, you're supposed to be working and taking care of your family. And that's what I was doing. And I was building my own business. But
Right.
because I worked every day and build my own business, and I could leave whenever I wanted to go tend to my wife or my children, or be like, my
Right.
wife's not having a good day, I'm just not going to work today. I got
Right,
punished
you can
for
blow it
that.
off.
The judge is like, the judge did say, your wife's health issue is not bad enough because you go to work every day.
Wow.
Well, but you're the
Okay.
only person that works, right? Are you the only one that works?
Yes.
You're the only one working. So
Well, I mean, my wife takes care of the kids.
right,
Yeah.
but I mean, like in terms of bringing in an income,
Yes.
right? So now, how did they survive when you were gone?
The good Lord above. There's people out there that I haven't ever personally met. Albert's one of them.
Albert, he's a good guy. Albert's a
Look, I'll
great
tell
guy.
you what.
And-
Whenever everyone wants to ask how any of these individuals who went through this trauma, right, and
Yeah,
these
Yeah.
perils, right, you know how they survive? Because we are a brotherhood. We love each other. We are one, always and forever. That's how we help Christmas for Care Bear and his family.
Man, they
was
bought.
awesome.
There's people I don't even know. I can't remember if we sent out cards or not. But there's so many people I had to thank for helping. Like Drone, he
I
rallied
think I
people.
donated to Care Bear, and I didn't
Yeah.
even know you.
Yeah, I was going to say I thought you did too. So
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
people donate,
Mhm.
Christmas and send money and stuff.
Jim told me.
And I was going to go borrow money from the bank and be like, and put it in my bank and just let it pay for itself, but let my wife use it. I'm
You
like,
did
we're
that
looking
too.
at 18 months. I didn't know nothing about the First Step Act or none of that. So I'm like, 18 months. If I got to
Yeah.
do 85%, then that's 14 months or something like that. I'm like, dear, I'm going to be
Yeah.
gone. Like, and a buddy of mine, he's like, they're not going to loan you no money because they're going to want collateral on that. He's like, man, just let me loan you the money with no interest.
Ah, how
So I
sweet
had a
is
buddy
that?
loan me $20,000 cash.
Oh, thank you, friend, whoever you are. Huh?
Right.
So-
Yes.
That's beautiful.
So he loaned me 20,000 cash, and that helped. Which $20,000 don't go very far, but it was a
No.
big help. I
Well,
mean,
good Lord, man. What are you buying? You buying a bunch of video games? Good Lord, brother.
I got 5 kids. I got 5 kids, and they eat.
You got lunches
They-
every day for school, and you got clothes, and you got bills, right?
Care
So,
Bear
but-
knows. My brother, hey, look, as this we are, right? If we ever need someone, what have you, I mean, we're always there,
Yeah.
Hey,
That's the
But-
beautiful thing.
God is always with us,
And,
regardless
you know-
of what the left or right want to say. We are together always and forever.
and I
We're
talked
not
to
millionaires or whatever, but guess what? You know where we are, millionaires and billionaires? In our hearts. Always,
That's right.
always in our hearts.
Yeah.
the Lord blessed me because I was like, man, I talked to a lot of the people I done work for, and me being the business owner and me being the only one that works for me, I build a relationship with people that I do work for.
Which is smart.
beyond the business. It ain't just, hey, Daniel, can you come here and do some work? Okay, you done work. See you, bye. We
Yeah.
chit chat a little bit, and we build a type of relationship. So I try to tell most people, I say I don't mix politics with business, but I mix politics with business because if a liberal wants me to do a job for him, I'm upcharging them.
Yeah.
Give them an upcharge.
It is what it
Give them
is,
a good upcharge.
But everybody,
if it's
I was
purple or
blessed.
pink, purple or
But I
pink,
was blessed,
depending on that percentage.
But the biggest,
It is true.
one of the biggest concerns about when I got home is what am I going to do? I was like, I don't want to go back to work. We're working for somebody. I don't want to, be on a payroll. I'm like, I'm going to try. I'm going to come home. I sat home for not even a month before somebody called me. I was wanting to take a month off and just hang out with the kids and whatnot. But it wasn't even a month and somebody called me. And work picked up and I've not stopped since. So
Thank God.
but
Thank
the Lord, I've
God.
been blessed, as far as the people that helped out before I left, while I was gone, and since I've been home,
Yeah.
our church family, where we
Thank
go
you,
to
Care
church
Bear,
at.
for making these for me. Thank you for
I
making
love
these.
that. I love that. I love
Thank you
it.
so much, Care Bear.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. We got to write a book. We seriously got to write a book, you guys. Come on. This is some crazy shit. This should be in our history books, like for all the future generations to see. All your kids should be reading about this later on. Oh my God, it's such an injustice.
Yeah.
Can I put the end part on or like a couple of jokes? Every time there's always, there's so many things that happen throughout our endeavor, right? And you always got to have that person that goes, hey, well, anyways, so always love, laugh, and
Hey,
enjoy
but I'll tell
life.
you what, I got to give all praise and glory to God because, in any situation that you're in, as long as you're seeking Christ, things are going to work out. I was in a crappy place. My wife and kids, they were taken care of, but they were still in a crappy place because the husband and the father was not at home.
Right. And they
But
needed you too. Yeah.
I met y'all know who Josh Black is, the one that got shot in the face at the Capitol,
Oh, yeah.
J6.
Yeah.
I went to Lexington, that's another blessing. My wife only had to drive 45 minutes to see me.
Oh, thank God.
And when I first got there, I was in Lexington, FMC Lexington. But when I first got there, visits was 5 days a week.
Oh, nice.
So my wife would drop my kids off, and then she would come spend the day with me. Even though there was a table in between us, we would still. For the first 3 months, it was 5 days a week. So yes, but
awesome.
I seen how the federal system works. That was it. It's a screwed up blessing, but it's a blessing. I knew the feds are corrupt. They're going against the Constitution, have been doing it for years. So they're all a bunch of tyrants.
In this lifetime, no. Today? No, wait a minute. Didn't you go to CNN and hear the news? Come on, man.
So I told both my probation officers that I've told them both that they're tyrants.
Okay.
And I told them they need to read the Constitution.
I love that.
But while I was there, I met Josh Black, and he is a good guy. He is a Christian, Bible-believing man. So, and I've tried to stay in touch with him. He don't do the phone thing a whole lot, whether it's talk, text, whatever. I know he's on X, but I do. I try to stay hooked up with Josh. But then there was another J6er that got put in there. I was like, man, I should be leaving. I'm like, if my time is like right, I should be getting this much halfway house, and like I should be leaving on this day. I'm telling my wife,
but
my
they never
kids,
gave you that,
and I got screwed out of that. My case manager is a piece of crap. So
unbelievable.
Michael McCrell gets put in there, J6er from Northern Ohio, and he gets put in the unit I'm in, and. When it comes to prison, you got your prison politics. You got the whites, you got the blacks, the Hispanics, and where I was at is full of a lot of chomos, child molesters. So you got those people.
Wow.
And I was at a low. So that was where they sent the child molesters because it protected them. But anyways, anytime a new person come in the unit, whatever, if it was a white guy, we would all hear about it. And I walked by and I seen this guy in what they call a bus stop, which is just an open area and everybody walks through it. I said, hey, look, y'all know there's a new guy. He's like, yeah. I was like, what's up with him? He's like, oh, he's a J6er. I'm like, bet. I beelined it straight to him. I'm like, hey, look, what's up, man? What you here for? He told me. And I'm like, look, I said, this is who I am. I said, I should be getting out. I said, but if not, I said, if you need anything, let me know. I got you covered. You need shoes? He said, man, he was a Marine. He got shot. He got wounded over there. They done some surgeries on him. The doctor screwed up and put a screw in at an angle and pinched a nerve.
Oh,
So he's
shit.
got I think they call it dead foot or something. He's got to wear this brace. It goes around his leg. Sometimes if you don't have his brace and it goes in his shoes, sometimes his foot will just flop.
Flop. Yeah. And you'll trip and stuff. Yeah.
So he had a cane and he didn't have no shoes. They give him what we call Jackie Chan's, the slip-on looking Converse things. They call them Jackie Chan's in there. I'm like, I know a guy that's got a pair. I said, what size shoes you wear? He told me. I was like, give me a minute. I went and got him some shoes. He's like, man, I said, you don't owe me a dime, but, and he had never been in trouble. He had never been in trouble. Still hasn't been in trouble other than when they arrested him with the J6er. He's like, yeah, man, I was reading this and I thought if you got locked up, you was just scum. He said, that's what I heard on the news. I said, you're an idiot. He said, you're right. I was, until the feds come in and arrested me. So, but what I'm getting at is I'm not trying to boast on what I did for him, but I met Mick and me and him, we still talk, I helped organize, Logan Barnhart. Y'all know who Logan is. He was a J6er. He was in the tunnel. He said, I talked to him and he got arrested. They said he hit a cop with a stick or whatever, but he was there when Roseanne Boylan was murdered. And he was trying to get the cop off of Roseanne Boylan. So I met him. He had an ankle monitor on, and they put it on too tight. And he said, hey, look, it's on too tight. And they didn't listen to him. He about lost his leg.
Wow.
The doctor called the feds and said, you have to loosen this up, or he is going to lose his leg.
Unreal.
So, and when they put him in there, he about lost it in there because they weren't giving him proper medicine. But anyways, back to what I was talking about is everything's a blessing if we let it be. I met Josh Black. I met Logan. I found out his story. I reached out to LW Dan Wilson because he was not locked up yet. And I'm like, hey, look, I met Josh Black, J6er. Hey, look. He's like, yeah. He's like, we got paperwork. We got letters sent in to him. And Josh like, yeah, man. He's like, I don't know where they're coming from. I'm like, look, you need to talk to somebody. I said, talk to Dan. I used my minutes. I said, hey, look, Dan wants to talk to you. Come down here. We got on the phone. I called Dan. Josh talked to Dan on my phone time. Then, like I said, Logan Barnhart, I said, man, you need anything? He said, man, I'm getting all these letters. I don't know. I'm like, dude, whatever you need, I can get you. I can make phone calls. I'm not a J6er. And then Mick come in there and I helped him. There's another J6er come in. He was a rat. Kurt Peterson. If y'all ever come across Kurt Peterson, yes, he was at the Capitol on J6. Yes, he busted a window out. He got 45 days. He's a rat.
Yeah,
he is a rat.
Has to be, right? Yeah,
he ratted when he was in jail. He ratted. He went to the cops while he was in there.
Oh, I'm surprised he stayed alive.
Well, we were in a low, and that's where they send the rats and the child molesters.
Oh shit.
So yeah, but he only got 45 days and he busted a window out and he his walking stick or whatever got broke. So he had 2 sticks with pointy ends and he got charged with possession of a deadly weapon on Capitol grounds. He got 45 days.
God.
Wow.
Yep.
Unreal.
So if y'all ever come across Kurt Peterson, yes, he was at the Capitol on January 6th, but he is a rat.
Okay.
He ratted. I got put in a chat. I wasn't supposed to be in. It was a J6er chat, family chat. It's supposed to be for J6ers and J6 family. And Mick McCrell's like, he's my brother. He's my family. He helped me. His wife, when I got out, I met his wife. His first visit was my last visit. I met his
wow.
wife, and I told him because he didn't want visits. I said you need to have it because it's going to make things go better.
And
No,
time
but
go by, you know.
oh, I take
Yeah.
it back. I met his wife twice while I was
Yeah.
locked up at visit, and I said,
Dang.
"Look, I said you can come to my house." His wife and his youngest son would come to my house and stay at my house. I said, "Save y'all money." I was like,
Yeah.
when he was losing his pension from the military, he was losing his
Uh,
Social Security. I let his wife and son stay at my house. We did. I
that
say
was
I
so
did,
cool.
but
That was very cool.
me and my family, we let Mick's wife and son stay at my house. She's like, I
That's
don't want to. I said, look, save your money. I said, if you just want to come down, crash, get up, go
Yeah.
see him, and go
Yeah.
home. I don't care. I don't
Right.
care.
You're
Uh,
welcome to come.
I'm
That's
like, I'm just
beautiful.
trying to help you all because he's getting screwed over big time.
Yeah.
So, but I met Mick. That's a blessing. We still stay in contact. He, I got Tim. I know you've seen my TikTok. Albert's seen my TikTok. I went
Yeah.
viral.
I've seen it.
Have you seen it?
I don't think I have. Albert's seen it.
Is that the one about the
The J6ers getting released.
oh my goodness, man, that was
I brought home.
Did I
So,
see that one, Tim? I don't
so there
know.
was
I want to see it now.
there were six J6ers in Lexington,
Mm-hmm.
and I helped coordinate. Getting them picked up. I brought 5 of them to my house.
Oh,
I remember
my
that.
God.
I remember that night, Joan. It was like storming, like kind of like a crazy
Oh,
that Friday.
It
And
was-
Joan, they're not coming home. And I was watching as I was where I was at, and like on watching, seeing the news and this and that. And Joan, no, go back. Next thing you know, hey, there they were. There was everybody, the whole 9 yards. Man, I mean, I was here in Texas and helping them navigate, and that was the coolest thing ever. And the videos
that
that
was
happened
great.
afterwards and onwards,
But
man.
I
And there was this
videoed-
guy, Care Bear, like 8'12", whatever he was, and yeah,
I videoed them walking out of prison.
yeah.
That
3
is
o'clock
such
in the
a
morning.
beautiful thing.
Warm ups.
Such a
They had
beautiful-
warm ups
So-
on, cold, warm. They
Oh,
were
yeah.
just walking out.
So-
Yep.
But I brought 5 of them home. Obviously, Mick McCrell was one of them. His wife was there. She woke me up. I'm like, hey, look, we're waiting to hear about the pardons. We're waiting and waiting and waiting. I looked at her. I was like, hey, look, I said, I need to go to sleep. I was like, she's wired. I'm like, wake me up when you get
If
to.
you hear anything. Yeah.
And she comes, she walked over to my bedroom. My door was open. She's, hey, we got to go. Mick just called me. I'm like, all right, bet. Look, I'm going. I jumped up. We left. We got there 3 o'clock in the morning. It's 3 degrees outside. We stood outside to talk. We're like, yeah, it's freezing. We can't. But as soon as they didn't let them all come out one at a time, they got them all and released them all at one time. So all 6 of them are walking out of that hellhole at one time. And I videoed it. I'm like, I'm just here for a ride. There's family here. There's other people, wanting people to mingle or whatever. So I'm like, I'm just kicked back, watching, letting them all come out and celebrate their freedom. But I videoed it and I put it on TikTok.
They needed a ride though, right? Didn't they need a
Yeah,
ride?
I mean, that's what I said. I was every J6er. I helped coordinate.
Listen, on the back of this thing, we knew that people can get released from like all different parts of states and this and that. People don't know that when the book comes out, there were people, like a lot of us in the background coordinating. Okay, you live here in this state. You live here in this state. You live here. You
There
live
was
here.
some in,
And they were going to go and help pick people up. They didn't
That's
know who they
amazing.
were. They didn't know
love that.
who their families were.
I love that.
Hey,
There was
we're
a-
on our way down. Let's pick them up. That's the way it actually went down. It didn't matter if they never met them ever in their life.
Yeah.
We
I was on
were
the phone.
picking up people along the way. That's the way it went, and I hope that's shown in this book.
I
Movie.
was on the
I-
phone all day on the day of inauguration. As soon as Trump took office, I was on the phone. I had people calling me, and I'm like, me? I'm just a poor old country boy. Why is anybody calling me? And then I'm like, they're like,
6'12". I mean, 8'12".
Right.
Don't forget, 8'12".
yeah. But so I'm like, look, I'm making phone calls, and people are calling me, and I'm like, hey, I helped coordinate, get the J6. There's some in a county jail in Grayson, Kentucky.
Okay, so
And,
you helped get those. Yeah.
I helped coordinate getting some of those. I helped coordinate getting all those guys picked up, except for the
That's
2
great.
that there was 2 there that had sex charges on them. So I'm like, we don't care about those. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't care who you are. If you're a pedophile,
yeah,
you need a bullet between your eyes.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're staying, dude. You're not coming to my house.
Yeah. So, but I done that, and then, but like I said, I was able to meet these J6ers, Logan Barnhart, Mick McCrell, and Josh Black when I was locked up, and then I
Oh,
built
yeah.
a relationship. I tried to with Logan. He's disappeared. He's off the radar, I guess. Josh, Dan Wilson sent me a picture on the 1 year anniversary this past
Yeah.
January of the inauguration day that he finally met Josh Black in person. Dan sent me a picture of him and Josh Black together.
Oh, wow.
So, but the way I got to help people while I was in there, that's a blessing, because I'm like, Mick didn't know nothing. He was in there
Yeah.
blind. He'd never been locked up, never even been to county jail. And he's coming in.
Never
I'm
had
like,
his
yeah,
ass kicked by the cops.
yeah.
Hey guys,
like-
I gotta go. God bless. Hey, wherever guys, God bless. I gotta go.
All right, be safe,
Albert.
brother.
All right. Take
Albert,
care.
thank
Thanks for
you.
joining in, brother.
Thank you for my hat.
But yeah, he didn't know nothing. He didn't know how to navigate just being locked up. I had to tell
Yeah.
him, like, hey, look, dude, look, there's a lot of chomos in this place. You can't just talk to anybody. I'm
Yeah,
like, you
tell
stay
him
away
you
from
gotta
these
pass that.
people. Like, stay away from this. He's like, yeah, man. He said, I read up. I'm ready for this. I read all about this FSA. I said, you need to take everything you read and throw it in the trash. He said, well, I got this handbook they give me. I said, when
They
you
give
need
you
to
a
wipe your butt, you use that for toilet paper.
Right.
He's like, but that's their rules. I said, that's their rules that they do not apply. They do not even go by. They give you a handbook when you walk in.
Mhm.
I seen a guy bring his handbook that the feds give him, the federal guards give him. He brought it up. He's like, they're like, what does this mean? He's like, here, let me have that. Go on somewhere. And they took his handbook and threw it in the trash. And I'm like,
Yeah, I imagine that's pretty I don't know.
yeah. So I was able
It's
to
what they
help
did with our Constitution. They took our Constitution and threw that in the
and threw it in the
trash.
trash.
Yeah, they
Yes.
threw our shit in the trash.
Yep. So, but
Ridiculous.
like I said, it was a shitty situation. I hated it, but you
Yeah.
can't use everything and just beat yourself up every day. I was blessed in a lot of ways, even when I was in there. I met Josh Black. We done some Bible studying in there. Me and Josh did. So that was great.
That's awesome.
I met Mick McCrell. Like I said, we're still friends. When my daughter was murdered last year, he come
my
down,
God.
him and his
That's
wife
what
and son, they come down. They were here. My mom died back in March. When she had a family thing, it just happened that way. But he come down for a couple extra days. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, we got a family thing. I'm like, here, stay at the house. You're not renting a motel. You're staying at my house.
save some money, right? Save a bunch of money.
But they come
that's
down.
sweet.
I didn't ask them to. We was talking. I let him know my mom died. He's like, man, look, we got this family thing. We're coming down that way anyhow. He's like, man, I'm gonna be there. So they stayed. They come down for my mom's funeral too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's
Well,
awesome
you
to
know
have
what?
family like that.
My sister's husband's mom, so I don't know, she's like my stepmother-in-law, I guess, or something. I don't know, whatever she is. She's an author and she's written books. And she is such a beautiful person and she's very open-minded. She has 3 boys that, grew up in LA area. So trust me, they had their share of trouble.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna lie. So anyway, long story short, she is so good and she just finished a book right now, so she's ready for another one. Care Bear, I'm ready to hook you guys up. I really am. I really think this is such a travesty, don't you think, Tim? Like, this is just horrible that you could be arrested on such, I mean, we're really wasting our taxpayer dollars on shit like this.
Yeah, it's
Come on.
ridiculous.
Yeah, this is a waste of time and money. And it's our building. It's our building. If we want to go in that building, we should go in that building, right? But it had nothing to do with that. It had to do with the picture. That is ridiculous.
It's the government. I laugh about it when I say this to people and they look at me because if they know I've been to prison because of it, they look at me like I'm retarded. But I'm like, I think it's funny. The federal government, I'm just one person.
Right.
I know the Constitution. I don't know it in and out. I don't know everything.
Every little thing. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I know the First Amendment. I know the Second Amendment. I know the Third, the Fourth, and the Fifth. And they do not like that. And I think for myself, I haven't ever, even in school,
Yeah.
I believe in the Confederacy. There's two flags that fought tyranny. There was the Betsy Ross flag that flew and fought under tyranny, and that was the Confederate States of America flag. They flew that flag and fought tyranny. The War of Northern Aggression had nothing to do with slavery. Abe Lincoln was a tyrant.
Yep.
So, but I had that problem in school. I didn't listen to the teachers. It wasn't I don't guess it was their problem, not mine, because I was
had a
right
mind
and
of
they
your
were
own.
wrong. And they didn't like that because I didn't listen. I didn't adhere to everything that they wanted me to adhere to. I didn't listen. Oh, okay, you're right because you're a teacher. No, just because you're a teacher don't mean you're right.
Yeah, correct. That's far from it, right? Far from it.
No, but that's the government don't like free thinking people. They don't like it.
Are you kidding me? No.
And that we're leading up to the 250 years celebration of this great country.
I agree.
And what was it that was able to beat a tyrannical government? A free thinking people.
Yeah.
One that was not
they're going to call you a conspiracy theorist. They're going to call you some crazy names, like some cuckoo person. If you go outside of their narrative, then that's how they play it, right? But my God, a picture. This is a freaking picture, you guys.
Yeah.
Like real. Unreal. I just feel like we have so many bigger things out there to be focused on, right?
And that's I told Mick, and Mick when I met Mick McCrail in there, he's like, "You're in here for what?
A picture of
having a gun?" And then he's like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm not a criminal, man." I'm like, "I got 5 kids." I'm like, I got a wife. I own my own business. I tried to run my own business. I'm like, I'm a horrible person. I get up, I take my kids to school, or I put them on the bus. I go to work.
Make money.
I come home. I take care of my family. I don't drink. I quit drinking when my first kid was born. So I'm like, I don't drink. I ain't ever done drugs. I'm like, I'm a horrible person, and that's why they arrested me because I go to work.
Because you're evil, man. Don't you know? You go to work, you take your kids to school.
8'12" evil man there.
But
are you really? He's tall. He's 6'2", right?
6'3".
But your son is a big boy.
Yes.
Your son is a very big boy.
But
yeah, it's just insane. It's just such a freaking, just so typical of our justice system, really, right? I mean, think about it. I don't know. I find it to be the criminal injustice system.
Right? Yeah.
It is.
I was just going to say that.
Like I said, when I first met Mick, I was trying to talk to him and he was just looking at me like I was retarded. Obviously he was at the Capitol, so he wasn't Antifa.
Right.
He was in the military, but he just knew what he was told on the news. He didn't really get into things. He just lived his life and done like most people and, listened to the news and all of this.
So terrible.
And then I opened his eyes and he's like, man, I said, I tell you what, man. I said, do you ever have TikTok? He said, no, man, I ain't getting on there. Like, that ain't nothing good on there. I'm like, where'd you hear that? He said, oh, man, they tell us not to. I'm like, dude, quit listening to them. I said, you need to tell your wife to download TikTok.
Yeah,
said, I said, you need to download TikTok because the government don't want you to have it. I said, anything the government don't want you to have, you need to have.
You better get it.
I said, the people I do follow, I don't see a lot of their stuff. I said, but the content that shows up on my page is along the same lines of my thinking. I said, it's a community of people. I said, and that's why the government tells you TikTok is bad.
Yeah.
Because
they're like, no, don't go on TikTok.
Yeah, because it's unedited, unless your stuff's getting deleted, it's unedited. I told him, I'm like, no, I said, man, when I got out, I was getting ready to get out. I said, man, I'm going to tell your wife to get on TikTok. He's like, I won't do it. Well, she works and she's busy. She's got but she did get on TikTok and I talked to her. She's like, man, like, did you see where this guy was talking about this? And he was talking about the chemtrails and Like, it's not what the government said. I'm like, I know it's not. That's why you need to have it.
Right.
Mick got out. I was like, you gonna get TikToks? Oh man, I don't know. I got Mick on TikTok now.
Okay.
I love
You know,
that.
he's like, man, he started sending me stuff, and I'm like, yeah. I said, the government's not what you think it is, man. I said, it's not. You read your Constitution, and they're like, oh, yep, everything's by the Constitution.
No.
It's by the Constitution if you don't know what the Constitution says.
Or the one that they want to manipulate to whatever they want it to be, right? Like if they want to do something and they're going to manipulate it and they're all going to go with it. And it's just, it's ridiculous.
Yep. So like I said, when I told him about my charge, he's like, for a picture? He's like, when did you get in trouble? I was like, dude, I'm serious. I said, I got in trouble 20 years ago.
That is just so, I can't even fathom that, like a picture. Somebody had a picture of, and like I said, AI nowadays, you guys, you can Photoshop yourself into the freaking Grand Canyon from right here.
Not airsoft. Well, I got
airsoft, BB gun, whatever.
I had a couple airsoft because I'm on federal probation. I ain't allowed to have anything with a trigger, even a BB gun.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah. So I had to get rid of all that stuff, or my wife did before I come home.
That's so wrong.
Okay.
So wrong.
But my airsofts that I had, they look just like, if you're not up close to them, or if you're kind of close, they look like the real AR. The tips of them are orange.
Yeah,
I remember toy guns from back in the day. They had the orange tip to let you know that it was fake.
Yeah.
The muzzle break on the end of it, for your flash.
Yeah.
It was painted orange. I painted mine gray.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, you're using them for training and using them for. You can do live fire with them and not kill somebody. So.
Yeah. I want to see the picture, Care Bear, that they got off the guy's freaking phone that got you all jammed up. I would like to really see this picture because I think it's such bullshit. I call bullshit on all this, right, Tim?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I call bullshit on this. This is ridiculous. What a waste of our taxpayer dollars, man. I'm pissed.
I tell you what it probably was. It wasn't so much the gun. It was probably the Mingy Brothers beef jerky that I was eating, too.
Well, you have more
They're not
turkey
a
than
fan
them?
of that company.
Yeah, it was the
T-shirt you were wearing.
Well, we had a comment earlier. We had a comment earlier off of Facebook saying Federal Gun Control Act of 68 is unconstitutional for the simple fact that it puts restrictions on the Second Amendment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yes, that is where that come from, is the Firearms Act of 1968. And I said, before 68, you remember, I don't think y'all are old enough, you might be, but I'm sure you heard your parents or somebody talk about, you get a Sears and Roebuck catalog, you can order you a gun. You could go down to your local drugstore and buy a gun without any background check, without any of that. You just go down and I like that 12 gauge.
No wonder why we have so many.
Is that a Marlin 3030 over there? I want that Marlin 3030. How much do you want? Here it is. Or I'm in this Sears and Roebuck catalog.
Yeah.
I like that rifle right there. At 22, that's just what I need to get them squirrels out of my garden. And
that's the other thing. You live in the country, right? You live in the country and you have wild animals. You have all kinds of stuff that's around you that is dangerous, right? I know I do. I have bears and mountain lions and bobcats. I have everything. So you never know when you're going to come up on one of these things and they might try to attack you. You have to be prepared.
Right.
But you can't even protect yourself because 20 years before you ran from the cops. Oh, this is the picture?
No, this is not the picture. But the picture was taken before this picture, the same day. This is me right here.
Okay.
You can't even see your face.
Well, this is the picture that was taken before the other picture that they arrested.
What a joke, huh?
Wow.
That is insane. So it wasn't even like a real close-up picture or anything.
Hang on. I'm gonna have to. I don't know why that thing keeps exiting out every time I touch something.
But it was like from a distance, right, Care Bear? It wasn't
that far away.
Okay, but I mean, was it that totally obvious that it was like a real gun? It could have been anything.
It was airsoft.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I play airsoft.
That's what I'm saying. My airsoft I don't hit the wrong thing. Sorry, fellas, people.
That's right.
Yeah,
But,
it could have been airsoft for reals. How do they know? So where's their evidence that they're able to convict you for that or tell you they don't need anything? Just
well,
Jesus, people.
no, I'll be honest. I kind of cowered because I didn't want one. They got me. I'm a big boy. I've done time. I was locked up for 26 months when they arrested me for running from the cops. I
Yeah.
got 30 months, and I had to do 4 months in Florida because I went down there and I run from them on foot.
Well, you had a fear of the cops after that, right?
Yeah,
You had
so
a fear for your life.
yeah, so they go it.
That's so
And how could you get away from the cops running on foot if you're 8'12"?
Yeah,
with size 22 shoes.
'cause the cops. I'm gonna tell you, cops can't run like they put on TV.
Nah,
Cops
yeah,
can't run.
Right.
yeah.
They can't run.
I remember one time we were watching that show Cops and they were coming into some guy's house and the guy's like, they're fixing to call the cops on me, Ma. Or he was telling his mom that they were going to come and arrest him. And it was so funny. It took him like probably like 20 minutes to go like 300 feet. I swear it was so funny. These guys could barely move. It was a joke, total joke. But I feel bad because all this has affected your life big time.
Yeah.
And all of ours. Yeah, it has. And it's an injustice. I mean, I'm not a fan of injustice. I don't like it.
No, I don't like it.
I don't either. There's people that have spent 25 years in jail that didn't do it. So
Right.
I don't know.
Well, Tanya, we did a show not long ago and showed some little bits and pieces that showed that Timothy McVeigh was not guilty and they executed him.
Oh yeah, tons of people. There's tons and tons of people that
Yeah,
just,
lots of different cases as such, but that was a huge, situation on that.
yeah, LA County, we're like the capital of that shit.
Goodness, yeah.
LA County is like we have sheriffs that are in gangs, people that are like, yeah, it's like a known thing.
Yeah.
So, and we
So
had
I'm rooting for Spencer Pratt down there in Los Angeles, the city of Los Angeles.
I am too. I am too. I sure hope to God he pulls it off if we don't cheat and lie and steal around here.
I don't know. I've seen some things.
We are in California,
Yeah.
It could happen, Tim. Very much so.
Right.
Are you looking through your paperwork, Care Bear?
Yeah, but it's all in this PDF file, and I never did mark it. Like
Okay.
that audio, I marked it. I put coal ratting. That's the title to it.
Yep.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, that's the title. And I never did title because I took a picture of it on my phone with my phone, so I got it on my phone. But right now I'm using it. So
yeah, so you can't get it off there. But Care Bear, Tim will give you my info. I really want you to send it to me, all your stuff, so I can forward it to I call her my mother-in-law too because she's family and I've known her my whole life. I've just about. But she was a principal and she was an educator for many, many years. So she's very smart, very educated, but she has 3 boys and her 3 sons had their share of crap happen that was completely wrong. You know what I mean? Just wrong place, wrong time. They're swooping up everybody, it doesn't matter. So she knows exactly. It's just
I'll tell you another good one. I didn't even do this one, obviously. I mean, but I got arrested on an unconstitutional charge. That's bad enough. But my mom and dad got divorced, but they had a strange. I got to give you this tidbit to lead up to the rest of it.
Okay.
But they had a strange relationship. My mom and dad got divorced, but they never really split up. My dad got remarried, invited my mom over to make Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh my God. Okay, then I like that.
It pissed his new wife off, but whatever. My dad didn't care. Yeah, there's that. So, anyways, he had bought her a white and gold tennis bracelet for whatever, because he loved her or whatever. Right. So, my mom got sick, and they had a strange relationship. They loved each other, but they hated each other. And today, my dad would give my mom anything. Tomorrow, my dad ain't giving my mom nothing.
Yeah. He'll drive past her if she's broke down.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
she was sick and she needed some medicine.
Yeah.
And she said, Dan, take this down to the pawn shop and pawn it and get some money
Okay.
to buy my medicine. I'm like, okay. So I did. And this is not it. But
Thanks, Bill.
yeah, I might get another one. So anyways, my mom never got the money to go back and get it, or it was a while. Next thing I know, I got a summons to go to court. I found the picture, by the way. But I got a picture to go to court. Or not a picture. Shit, a summons to go to
A
court.
summons.
For
I'm
what?
like, for theft. I'm like,
The
What?
bracelet? Are
I'm
you
like, what the hell? And so, anyways, I'd been in some trouble when I was a juvenile. I was a juvenile when this happened. And
unreal?
this woman had her house broke into and some stuff stolen. And she went to pawn shops like you normally do when you have stuff stolen. She's like, yeah, this is my bracelet and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And because it hadn't been put out yet, it was still in the hawk. They hadn't had
Oh
it
yeah, where you
put
have
out
that
for sale.
time or whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
So she's like, oh yeah, that's it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to court. And the prosecutor, my dad's like, Dan, did you do this? I'm like, Dad, I said, I don't steal. I'm not breaking in. I'm definitely not breaking in nobody's house, Dad.
I run from the cops, but I don't steal,
Yeah.
damn it.
So he's like, well, I'm not getting you a lawyer then. I'm like, what? He said, if you didn't do it, he said, you don't need a lawyer. I'm
Oh,
like,
shit, yeah, you do.
Dad, I'm 14 years old or 15. I'm like, Dad, if you didn't do it, you don't need a lawyer. I'm like, okay. So we go on. Well, the prosecutor obviously knew my mom and dad because I'd been in trouble. And he told my mom and dad that he was going to nail me.
Oh,
He was going to
shit.
nail me. And I'm sitting there, I'm sweating. I'm like, I know I didn't steal this, but the prosecutor's got it out for me. The judge has got it out for me. And I'm like,
And they know you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I? But the prosecutor done said he's going to nail me. He done told my dad that. My dad told me that. And I'm like, so anyways, I get to call my mom and dad as witnesses and all this stuff. And the prosecutor calls that lady up and it's like, yep, that's him. I'm like, I've never seen this woman before in my life. I'm like, I don't know who she is. And like, yep, this is my bracelet. He had it, she's looking at it. And then my dad had his credit card receipts where he'd bought it and all this stuff. And like,
Oh, awesome. Yes.
I'm like showing that as evidence. And they're like, nope, this is it. Like, hers was 12 karat. My mom's was 14. I'm like, no, I'm like, and I hit me. I was like, my mom's is 14 and hers is 12. I looked at the prosecutor. I said, can I see that for a minute? I got real lawyery then. I was like, see that bracelet? He's like, yeah, here you go. I looked at it. I'm like, I got you now. I'm getting this smug look on my face. I'm getting real cocky.
It's 14 karat.
I walked over. I said, do you say this is the bracelet? She's like, yes, sir. You're 100%. Yes, sir. I walked over. My mom, my dad, I had to call them by their names. I said, Kelly, Jenny. I said, is this? That looks like, yep. I said, Jenny, what karat was yours? She said, hang on. It's 14 karat. I thought it was. I looked at the lady. I said, what'd you say yours was? What's 12 karat? That's it. I said, you say this? That's it. I know it is. I said, I looked at the prosecutor. I said, come here a second. He said, huh? I said, what does that say right there? He's like,
14 karat.
he didn't say nothing. He just looked at me. I walked over to that lady. I said, here, is this your? He said, yep, it's here, take it. I said, what does that say on it? Well, that's not mine.
Oh, that bitch.
I'm like, you all thought you had all this stuff on me. And I'm like, I didn't do nothing. I had never seen this woman. She perjured herself lying. I've seen him do that. I'm like, no, lady, you ain't ever. I run like, no, I didn't drink, do drugs. I did drink, but I never got in trouble for drinking. I didn't rob nobody or stole money. But I'm like, I done the ignorant shit. I got in trouble at school. I didn't listen to the teachers. I got in fights, got kicked out of school, got expelled from school.
Right.
It was all ignorant shit like that. And
But
yeah,
you were smart enough to call her out on that. That's
but
pretty
if they
neat.
thought, and I'm like, I can't. I'm like, they weren't even smart. That woman. If I accuse you of stealing something from me, and I say that's it, I'm going to look at it and I'm going to be like, no, that's not mine, or yes, that's mine. I'm going to look at it in detail because I want to make sure I get my stuff back.
Right.
And they weren't even smart enough to do that.
They weren't even smart enough for that. My God.
Let's see here.
This picture is backwards, by the way, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to see it. Hang on. I got to look up clothes. So this picture on somebody's cell phone is how you ended up going to jail. You can't even see the tip of that gun.
yeah. Well,
Okay.
yeah.
I see
I'll
it.
send it to you. But
Yeah, please do. I'd like to see that too. I would love that. But it's very difficult to see. And I would think that we have bigger fish to fry than somebody 20 years ago. I don't know, whatever it was. Doesn't matter. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
yeah, like I said, I'll send it to you. You can see it a little better. But
Yeah, that is a joke. Huh? That's a freaking joke.
Yeah, I'll get Care Bear the info. They're telling you.
Yeah, give them my info, babes, too. I want to give it to Maureen, my lady Maureen. She's my writer. She's very smart. She's very good.
Hey, Tanya, Care Bear, I got to wrap up because my hotspot's about to die.
yeah, my
okay.
phone's on 11%. So
Oh, there it is.
Okay,
Then.
right. Thank you for sharing your story with me, Care Bear.
Yes, thank
not a
you.
problem.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
And
ladies and
thank our
gentlemen, I'm
Lady-
over here at Warriors to Us. So,
Yes.
be sure to visit their website. Donate if you can. This is a very amazing place here, and yeah, make
Yes.
some things happen. And it definitely helps out first responders and veterans.
Yeah.
So
Give it to God.
yeah,
Give it to
definitely
God.
check out Warriors, the number 2us.com. So,
Right. Yes.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, until next time.
Yeah.
Till
Ciao
next
for now.
time. Appreciate y'all.
Likewise, brother.
Night
We'll
night.
catch up soon.
All right.
Night. Good night. Good night.